Hello everybody, this is Meenakshi De and I welcome you to a new session of Your English Trainer. In today's session, I am going to discuss phrase and its types. Now, without further ado, let's begin. What is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words that functions as a unit within a clause or sentence. It consists of a head word and modifiers but does not have subject-verb combination. For example, the tall building. Here, the head word building is modified by the words the tall. An annoying habit. Here, the head word habit is modified by the words an annoying. The nice friend. Here, the head word friend is modified by the words the nice. The comfortable cushion. Here, the head word cushion is modified by the words the comfortable. Types of phrase. There are 8 types of phrase: noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, verb phrase, prepositional phrase, participle phrase, absolute phrase, parenthetical phrase. What is a noun phrase? A noun phrase consists of a noun and its modifiers. For example, this dress is very expensive. Here, this dress is the noun phrase. I love vegetable soup. Here, vegetable soup is the noun phrase. To win a prize is my ambition. Here, to win a prize and my ambition are noun phrases. Horses prefer living in dark stables. Here, living in dark stables is a noun phrase. Types of noun phrase. Noun phrase can act as the subject of the verb. We get the subject of the verb by asking who or what to the verb. For example, very few giant pandas remain in the world. Here, when we ask the question, what remain in the world, the answer is very few giant pandas. So, very few giant pandas is noun phrase and it acts as the subject of the verb remain. Next, the blue curtains look good. When we ask the question, what look good, the answer is the blue curtains. Here, the blue curtains is noun phrase and it acts as the subject of the verb look. Noun phrase as the direct object of the verb. We get the direct object of the verb by asking what to the verb. For example, he loves swimming in the sea. He loves what? The answer is swimming in the sea. Here, swimming in the sea is noun phrase and it acts as the direct object of the verb loves. My mother cooked several delicacies today. My mother cooked what? The answer is several delicacies today. Here, several delicacies today is noun phrase and it acts as the direct object of the verb cooked. Noun phrase as the indirect object of the verb. We get the indirect object of the verb by asking whom to the verb. For example, Sonu gave the old beggar some money. When we ask the question, to whom did Sonu give some money, the answer is the old beggar. Here, the old beggar is noun phrase and it acts as the indirect object of the verb gave. Next, Susan gave her little brother a present. Whom did Susan give a present? The answer is her little brother. Here, her little brother is noun phrase and it acts as the indirect object of the verb gave. Noun phrase as the object of a preposition. We get the object of a preposition by asking what to the preposition. For example, the food was served on a leaf. When we ask the question, the food was served on what? The answer is a leaf. Here, a leaf is noun phrase and it acts as the object of the preposition on. Steve lives in the green house. Steve lives in what? The answer is the green house. Here, the green house is noun phrase and it acts as the object of the preposition in. Noun phrase as the complement of a verb. A complement restates or gives more information about a noun. It always follows a state of being verb such as is, am, are, was, were, will be, shall be, etc. For example, my favorite food is continental food. Here, the words continental food gives us more information about the favorite food. So, continental food is noun phrase and it acts as the complement of the verb is. Life is always a roller coaster ride. Here, always a roller coaster ride is noun phrase and it acts as the complement of the verb is. Noun phrase in apposition. When a phrase follows a noun or a noun phrase and both refer to the same person, place, animal, thing, then the phrase is said to be noun phrase in apposition. For example, Maradona, a good player, was suspended. Here, the words a good player refer to Maradona. So, a good player is noun phrase in apposition. Next, I like Tom, my faithful dog. Here, the words my faithful dog refer to Tom. So, my faithful dog is noun phrase in apposition. What is adjective phrase? Adjective phrase is a group of words that acts as an adjective for qualifying a noun or a pronoun. For example, the giant lived in a house made of stone. Here, the words made of stone modify the noun house. So, made of stone is an adjective phrase. He carried a sword stained with blood. Here, stained with blood is adjective phrase modifying the noun sword. Nobody likes a man with a bad temper. Here, with a bad temper is adjective phrase modifying the noun man. He was a man of great talent. Here, the words of great talent is adjective phrase modifying the noun man. What is an adverb phrase? An adverb phrase is a group of words that acts as an adverb that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. For example, he lived in the middle of the forest. Here, in the middle of the forest is adverb phrase of place modifying the verb lived. He always talks in a loud voice. Here, in a loud voice is adverb phrase of manner modifying the verb talks. Dad came home very late. Here, very late is adverb phrase of time modifying the verb came. He went home to bring his notebook. Here, to bring his notebook is adverb phrase of reason modifying the verb went. What is a verb phrase? A verb phrase consists of a main verb and its auxiliaries. For example, he had worked all night. Here, had worked is the verb phrase. I will be going to London next week. Here, will be going is the verb phrase. We have been working since 9 a.m. Here, have been working is the verb phrase. Now let's look at prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase has a preposition which always comes at the beginning of the phrase. For example, in spite of his illness, he came to office. Here, in spite of is the prepositional phrase. The shopkeeper gave me bananas instead of grapes. Here, instead of is the prepositional phrase. He left school on account of his inability to pay school fees. Here, on account of is the prepositional phrase. I am writing with regard to your recent order. Here, with regard to is the prepositional phrase. This dress will cost at least ₹500. Here, at least is the prepositional phrase. Take a sweater in case it gets cold. Here, in case is the prepositional phrase. Please note, in a broader sense, a prepositional phrase can include an adjective phrase beginning with a preposition or an adverb phrase beginning with a preposition. For example, all rooms below deck are for sleeping. Here, below deck is a prepositional as well as an adjective phrase. The present inside the box is mine. Here, inside the box is a prepositional as well as an adjective phrase. Our team won against all odds. Here, against all odds is a prepositional as well as an adverb phrase. The tiger crept over the grass. Here, over the grass is a prepositional as well as an adverb phrase. Now, what is a participle phrase? A participle phrase starts with a participle and functions like an adjective by modifying nouns or pronouns. For example, hearing a noise, the baby woke up. Here, hearing a noise is a participle phrase which consists of the present participle hearing. Deceived by his friends, he lost all hope. Here, deceived by his friends is a participle phrase which consists of the past participle deceived. Having rested a while, we started to work again. Here, having rested a while is a participle phrase which consists of the perfect participle having rested. Please note, present participle is a verb ending with ing. Past participle is a verb ending with d, ed, n, en, t. And perfect participle, which indicates a completed action, includes having plus past participle. Now let's look at absolute phrase. An absolute phrase modifies the whole sentence and consists of a noun plus participle. For example, God willing, we shall win the game. Here, God willing is the absolute phrase which consists of the noun God and the participle willing. The weather being fine, we went for a picnic. Here, the weather being fine is the absolute phrase which consists of the noun weather and the participle being. The visitors having left, we went to bed. Here, the visitors having left is the absolute phrase which consists of the noun, visitors, and the perfect participle having left. Now, what is a parenthetical phrase? This phrase is a group of words which is thrown into the body of sentences just to give extra information. Such a phrase is non-essential and can be removed from the sentence without the sentence losing its basic meaning. For example, he is, after all, an honest man. Here, after all is not necessary to the sentence, so it is set off with commas. Here, after all is a parenthetical phrase. Frankly speaking, I don't like this book. Here, frankly speaking is a parenthetical phrase. For example, pudding is a dessert. Here, for example, is a parenthetical phrase. This coat, by the way, is extremely warm. Here, by the way, is a parenthetical phrase. The tortoise, as far as we know, has been on earth for thousands of years. Here, as far as we know, is a parenthetical phrase. Now we come to the end of the session. Here is a practice set for you. I would suggest that you pause the video while you attempt to answer the questions. Now, let us look at the answers. Number 1. On this spot is adverb phrase of place. Number 2. Like a born orator is adverb phrase of manner. Number 3. The great emperor and a secular ruler are noun phrases. Number 4. Walking in the field is a participle phrase and a dead cow is a noun phrase. Number 5. A path is a noun phrase and covered with mud is an adjective phrase. Number 6. To tell the truth is a parenthetical phrase. Number 7. The war having broken out is an absolute phrase. Number 8. With a loud sound is an adverb phrase of manner. Number 9. Frankly speaking is a parenthetical phrase and loud music is a noun phrase. Number 10. Besides making is a prepositional phrase and a promise is a noun phrase. Now we come to the end of the session. I hope you liked it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Your English Trainer, for more lessons on English grammar. Thank you.